Merced, California is not the healthiest place. Even though the Central Valley makes all the food, we are some of the worst diabetics, some of the highest degrees of heart disease, some of the most significant amounts of deaths of despair. We have a litany of health issues, and that is in comparison to other counties and other regions of the state. And I knew that if I was going to make a difference, it couldn't just be one patient at a time at the end of their lives or when they're most sick or most hurt, but how could I reach them or those who weren't self-advocating? How could I mentor? How could I advocate for their health? And through the Raz N Health Fitness Festival, we think that we found a way to be louder than the workout of the day.
The idea of the Raz N Health Fitness Festival first came upon us because we wanted a CrossFit event that we could present to the community. However, as we were planning the event, we realized we didn't want it to just be about CrossFit. We wanted it to be about health and wellness within our community.
Sometimes health and wellness can feel so sterile, but it's supposed to be fun. Living life is supposed to be fun. Having vitality, having a vigorous lifestyle, being able to execute on all your dreams and passions, that's fun. The Central Valley is my adopted home. And when I look around the Central Valley and when I look around Merced County, I see Castle Air Museum. I see all the history. I see all the bomber stuff. And I wanted my festival to have throwbacks to why are we all here? Why did we move here? And we wanted to bring that full circle when we look toward our future, and our future is our health. Our longevity is our health. And so I wanted to connect the past and the future by doing something really cool in the present.
Because we wanted to open this up to not only CrossFitters, we decided we wanted to do a 5K run. We ended up going to Open Cockpit Day at the Castle Air Museum, and we thought, man, wouldn't this be awesome to have our 5K run through here? We knew in order for the Raz N Health Fitness Festival to be a success, we needed at least one sponsor, one title sponsor. So we thought about who in our community had the same ideal beliefs in fitness in the community as we did, and Centurion Boats was who came to mind.
We care deeply about this place, as does Midstate CrossFit, so we thought it was a great opportunity to partner with them and help to give back to the community by prioritizing health and wellness, and the event couldn't have been more successful from our point of view. One of the great opportunities we thought that the Raz N Health Fitness Festival had for Centurion Supreme is to tie it in with a Salute to Service event. We prioritize serving or honoring those who serve us, those first responders, military men and women who allow us to live the lifestyle, the lake lifestyle on the water to which we have all become accustomed.
I've been a paramedic for nearly 20 years. And throughout that time, I've seen a lot of end-stage chronic disease. I teach at Merced Junior College, their paramedic program, their EMT program. I'm given a great opportunity to give back to that community. But I'm also a CrossFit coach. And as a CrossFit coach, I teach people how to move their bodies and how to eat right and how important relationships and sleep are, how much their habits matter, so they never end up meeting firefighters and police officers and EMTs and paramedics on the worst possible of situations. We're all about health and wellness. This whole thing was about how do we create lifelong fitness. But we didn't know who else wanted to be on board. We reached out to Centurion Boats, we reached out to Castle Air Museum, and we reached out to the Tarmac, Blaker Brewing. And they said yes too. They wanted to be part of this cool new thing that had a bend toward fitness, and we didn't care about the hypocrisy of having a few beers with your buddies.
Now that we had the location at the tarmac, we had the idea of the 5K run and the CrossFit competition, we needed to get the support of the community, and I wanted to get as many health and wellness resources as we could to showcase at the vendor fair with Amanda's help.
It was important for me to be part of the Raz N Health Fitness Festival because since becoming a mom specifically, I have been on a mission to be a voice in the community to help normalize what health and wellness looks like and not make it seem like a trend, but just make it something that's attainable for everybody. As the event coordinator, it was a really fun opportunity to put together the vendor portion of the fitness festival. I was able to connect with several members of the community. We had over 50 vendors and sponsors with booths set up, and it was really rewarding to be able to connect with these different people in the community.
The way that you define health is really interesting when you're organizing a vendor village. You're supposed to be having conversations, networking. We're trying to expose people to the resources that are available to them in a community that ain't that healthy. And so when we got to have physical therapists, nurse practitioners like Hydration Well, Valley Performance, different resources coming together, allowing people to begin those conversations of self-responsibility and that you're not in it alone, that was a really enjoyable part of the event that provided an opportunity for people to just have meaningful conversations about what their problems might be and what solutions are available to them.
We wanted to sponsor because it is local and it helps out the people of Merced County and the surrounding counties, and that means a lot to us. And it's also getting people outside and prioritizing health and wellness, which also means a lot to us.
Day of the event, we just started trusting the team. People started to assemble, boats were put in place, vendors arrived, hundreds and hundreds of runners lined up at the starting line. We handed a mic to Shelby Fishman. I was emceeing with her, and she's the real MVP. We couldn't believe how good she was at her job, and we could not have done it without Centurion Boats, Ray's Teppanyaki, California Army National Guard, Blaker Brewing, Midstate CrossFit. We all came together and created a very special event.
You have done your duty. Hands in. Come on, family. We're gonna say Ohana. Ohana, baby. Okay? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Probably my favorite part of the event was the finals, where everyone was competing, and not just when they were on stage, so to speak, and competing, but when they were getting ready. I mean, out of the corner of my eye, I'll never forget seeing this young lady on her hands walking through the parking lot to get ready for her final heat. And it was amazing. I mean, it was almost like a really well orchestrated circus where everybody had their center stage and their piece of the show. And when they were up, they were on.
When you run an event like this, you're trying to educate, you're trying to entertain, you're trying to inspire people to do the 3 pillars that we've been preaching through the Raz N Health Fitness Festival, which is self-responsibility for your own well-being, advocacy through peers and people who are like-minded, and mentorship from people that are just slightly ahead on their journey than you are, guiding you through the pitfalls of good food choices, the friends that you keep, the food that you eat, how well you sleep. And it doesn't have to rhyme, but it really is that simple.
3, 2, 1, cheers! Keep it going, keep it going!